Green we go. And they sail up through turns 1 and 2. Montgomery Tremont showing away off of turn number 2. Andy Mckitty quickly working his way to number 2 spot. The Kingfish, Mike King in the number 3 running position. Here's Mckitty dealing down low on Tremont. Tremont holding him off. It's a Tremont and Mckitty battle up in front. Montgomery Tremont taking the high side up through turn numbers 1 and 2. Mckitty down low. Momentum on the outside for the 115 of Tremont as he slings it around the high banks here. Down low will go the 4 of Andy Mckitty. He'll drift up on ahead of the 115. We've got a new race leader. It's Andy Mckitty who's gone to the front. Mckitty, the Garrity Asphalt reclaiming number 4, showing the way. Now Montgomery Tremont in the number 2 position. The Kingfish still third. Mike King in the 55. The battle on for 4th as Brett the Thread. Brett Haas works his way from the back of the pack. Haas started last. He's combing his way through the field up into a top 5 run. Goes to the outside of the Ryan Charland Wicked Power Sports number 10. He'll make that pass, and Brett Haas is up to a 4th place run. Brett the Thread on the march to the field here now. He's up to a 4th place and going after more down the back straightaway. Next in sight is the 55 of the Kingfish. Mike King, the Gary J. O'Brien Property Services entry. Holding down the number 3 running position here as Brett Haas closes in on him. 4 laps are in, 4 laps left to go. It's all Andy Mckitty out in front of the field here, but just like that last heat race, things are tightening up further back in the pack. Positions 2, 3, and 4. Montgomery Tremont still holding down the runner-up spot here. Mike King running with him in 3rd, and Brett Haas is right there as well. Tremont backing in the corner hard up into turn number 1, off of 2 on the top. Here's a run by Mike King down the back straightaway. King trying to make a bit of the inside as he goes low. Brett Haas will go high up into turn number 3. Now Haas will back out of it there. He swaps lanes. He'll come down to the inside. Now to the back bumper. Brett Haas looking for racing room. He looks high again over to turn number 1. Also moving into the picture now is the A. Calaruso Lance and Jill Sharp, number 74. Johnny Long, John Virgilio now into the picture here as well. 4 cars close together up to the west end. The white flag has flown. One more lap around the Valley of Speed for Andy Mckitty up on the point. He is gone, but look at this race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Montgomery Tremont's got 2nd. Mike King's got 3rd. Brett Haas is there for 4th. John Virgilio's right with him. 4 cars close together. Up to turn number 4. Checkers out here in front. Andy Mckitty wins it. Finishing 2nd will be Tremont. Close call for 3rd between Mike King and Brett Haas. The 255s finish side by side, and behind them the 74 of John Virgilio. So there you have qualifying heat race number 3 of the evening. The 255s, Haas and King. Looks like Haas nipping Mike King at the stripes. But of course it's Andy Mckitty in for the win over Montgomery Tremont. Brett Haas, Mike King, and John Virgilio. So Mckitty doing double duty and double wins here tonight for the Wild Child in his qualifying action, picking up wins in both the 358 modified and the dirt car big block modified division qualifying heat races. Speaking of the 358 modifieds, don't forget too, the winner of tonight's 358 modified feature will be the guest of honor, so to speak, in the clubhouse giveaway presented by Lance and Jill Motorsports and sponsored by JMR Auto Repair in Nassau. The winner of tonight's 358 modified feature gets to take their car to the clubhouse, the Speedway clubhouse, after tonight's racing program, have it on display, and pick up $300 for doing so. So if you want to stick around from 10 to midnight tonight, the winner of the 358 modified feature will be featured at the clubhouse giveaway, thanks to Lance and Jill Sharp Motorsports, and tonight sponsored by JMR Auto Repair in Nassau. Sportsman division qualifying up now.
First of what will be 2 Sportsman qualifiers making their way down the back straightaway. Starting up on the outside front row, that's going to be Anthony Maxon. Maxon in the 96 will start on the outside Lebanon pole. Next to him, the 307 of Carl Barnes. Then we got Ricky Davis, the 21D, the 57 of Ray Hall Jr., the 76 of Mike Arnold, the 399 of Nick Goff, Nick Giardini, Connor Crane in the 711X and Dylan Grogan in the 34, rounding out your starting order. That is the way they start. They make their way up into the west end for the first time. They're 3 wide back there for third. As they come down, the leader of lap number 1 is going to be the 96 of Anthony Maxon. Maxon, our High Point man in the limited Sportsman division a year ago, making the move up to the Sportsman division as his dad, we just saw in the big block modifieds, vacating the Sportsman ride. He moved up to the modifieds. Son, Anthony, moved up to the Sportsman and has been doing a great job here in this early 2024. Here's a good side-by-side battle. Back there for second, Ricky Davis had pulled up alongside of Carl Barnes. Barnes holding him off. Davis backsliding again. We have one out of shape, but he'll gather it back up. Back at the tail of the field. That was the 399 of Giardini. Nick Giardini, the 399 machine. Out of shape that time in the West End, but he gathers it back up. We remain under green. Working down to turn number 3. Here's that battle for second again. Best one on the raceway right now. As they come down here off the corner, Carl Barnes has got it in the 307. Ricky Davis in the Already Racing number 21R car right there off his back bumper. Then we find the 57 of Ray Hall Jr. in the Gary O'Brien machine. He's back there in 4th spot as they come down across the line, this time by to the 2 to go sign. Rounding out your top 5 is going to be Nick Arnold in the Ashline Painting, number 76 car. 1 spot out of a top 5 run. Rare appearance here by Dylan Grogan in the 34 machine. As they come down, he's a regular with us every Friday night up at Albany, Saratoga. White flag is out this time by. But with the rain out last night, Grogan here with the 34. Also, Connor Crane with the 711X. Crane was with us a week ago as well, along with his brother Chris Jr. Checkers are out this time by. Checkers come out, and the win will go to the 96 of Anthony Maxon. Maxon will pick up the win with the 96, coming home second. Going to be the 307 of Carl Barnes. Third to the 21 of Ricky Davis. 4th spot goes to Ray Hall Jr. with the 57. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be the 76A of Mike Arnold. So that is our first of 2 qualifiers here for the Sportsman division. Anthony Maxon picking up the win. Qualifier number 2, the final qualifying event of the evening. Going to make its way up onto the raceway here momentarily. That'll be our second and final qualifier for the Sportsman division. And as I said, our final qualifying event of the evening will go into the features format after this next race. Starting up on the outside front row, slated to be there, the 112 of Joe Mckitty. He is up there in that top spot, the outside Lebanon pole. Next to him, slated to be there, the 22 of Mike Engwer. Looks like Mike has dropped to the tail. That's going to roll the 7C of Brady Cordova to Woodbury, Connecticut, alongside of Mckitty. Back in row number 2, it'll be Justin Ghazi with the 85. He's got the 4 New York at Keith Johannesson alongside of him. Michael Sabia in the 7S. Alex Bell in the 23 will make up row 3. Tim Hartman Jr. with the 22 up on the outside of row number 4. And then the earlier mentioned Mike Engwer rounding out your starting order. Hartman undefeated on the season. Right now trying to make a charge here in the early going of this one. He's up inside the top 5 already. Hartman, the defending champion of this division, as they make their way down into turn number 3. He's on the charge down low, trying to get a run there on Michael Sabia. Coming down across the line, lap number 1 is in the books. Score for the 112 machine. Joe Mckitty up on the point. Here's Hartman up on the outside of Sabia. That's a side-by-side battle for fourth. But back to the front, we got a good one going there. Is now Brady Cordova pulling down to the inside of the 112 machine. He'll slide across the bow off of turn number 4. And he will lead lap number 2 as they come down here into turn number 1. So Cordova takes the Cordova Plumbing and Heating out of Connecticut, sponsor number 7. The 7C machine to the point. Tim Hartman Jr. has now made his way into the runner-up position. He'll take over spot number 2, dealing Joe Mckitty back into third as they come down here. Now the 85 car of Justin Ghazi going to take over that third position. Mckitty, a little bobble there. He's going to backslide to 5th. As Michael Sabia sits there in 4th spot. They come down here off of corner number 4. Your leader going to start to feel some pressure now as Cordova looks out the left side window, and Tim Hartman is there. Tim Hartman Jr. now trying to get a run on the top spot down the back straightaway. They make their way down to turn number 3. Cordova on the outside, Hartman on the inside, wheel to wheel. Up here off of turn number 4 as they come down to 2 to go, this time by. 2 laps remaining here in this one, and Brady Cordova trying to bring this one home. Cordova off the top side, up there in the fast lane, going to make Hartman work for it down low. Hartman will try and get the run down low. He'll slide up in front on the outside and try and take it away. He's in the fast lane now as they come to the white flag, and he has taken the top spot away. Hartman, your leader. Cordova rides second as they work their way down the back straightaway. Then it's the